Welcome seekers, you have made it to the Tarot Magicians channel. My name is Ricky and today I bring you another pick a card tarot reading and oracle reading. Now in this tarot reading and this pick a card, the title is an important message from spirit to you. Now I love doing these types of readings. I hope that you do too. Before we get started, I do want to remind you that I am offering private readings at this time. So if you're interested, you will have to go through my Etsy store. The link is going to be in the description below. I only take orders through Etsy. So please visit the Etsy store. Thank you. Now, this reading is for me very exciting. I love doing these. I hope that you enjoy these. And what we have here in front of us are three archangels, three groups. This is group number 1. And Archangel Anel. This is group number 2 and Archangel Gabriel. And this is group number 3 and Archangel Vehuya. So go ahead and take a moment. Select the archangel that calls to you the most. And I will make sure that the timestamps are included below. Welcome group number 1 to today's pick a card tarot reading. And so let's get started. You picked a very beautiful archangel, Anael. This is definitely a beautiful archangel. So let's take a look and see. I've shuffled 3 random cards. I put them down on the board. These are 3 other archangels that are here to deliver a message for you. Now, before we get started, I do want to remind you that I am offering private readings. So if you're interested, you will have to go through my Etsy store. All right, let's get started. So the first archangel, well, the second, we have unexpected blessings coming your way. The angels are surprising you with gifts from above. Yes. This is definitely the card we want to get right now, right? There are blessings coming to you, unexpected blessings. And those blessings are definitely from a divine source. This card is confirming to you, my goodness, this reading got started very well for you. I love this. So let's take a look at the other oracle card. Archangel Perlimiac. And the message is, let nature soothe you. Serve the nature kingdom. Interesting. So this is a message for you to potentially go out into the world, potentially utilize the resources around you. If there's a park in your area, make sure that you're frequenting that park, connecting with just Mother Earth as much as possible. There's, I think, a healing energy there. There's this is a part of your blessing, right? So, you know, it's interesting that you got this card. And it's interesting that it's in combination with unexpected blessings. So I think that one of the things that the cards are telling you to do is, that the archangels are telling you to do, is to try and be as active as you possibly can. Focus on your body as well and your health. Try to eat as green as you possibly can. I think this is definitely the card of more of a plant-based lifestyle. You know, for those of you that are potentially thinking of that, or thinking of making some kind of change, or maybe you've been questioning why you're feeling a certain way, I think that maybe there's something there, right? When it comes to different ways of eating, and possibly even exercising, and just going out in the world. Sometimes we just stay inside too much. And we don't even get enough sun, right? A lot of us are suffering from vitamin D deficiency that causes depression, that causes a host of other things. And, we hardly take supplements for that, and when we're always indoors. So a very interesting combination, right? Unexpected blessings. The angels are surprising you with gifts from above. And then Archangel Perlimiac is here to tell you that nature wants to soothe you. So serve the nature kingdom. In some ways, I think that archangel is also saying to maybe potentially take on a role of a protector of Mother Earth, protector of nature. In doing that, you're going to be able to gain something from that. Of course, you're going to gain a better Earth, but at the same time, you personally will gain from that as well. whether it be mental happiness, or just, I mean, not mental happiness, but mental clarity, emotional happiness, all right, so let's go ahead and reveal the final archangel, and then we'll move on to the tarot. Let's see. Oh, wow, you've got Saint Bridget showing up, actually. Saint Bridget is here to ignite the passion in you, the fire in you, the growth. Saint Bridget is very much a leader in everything that she does. She is a conqueror in many ways. She inspires. She moves forward diligently. She doesn't let anything get in her way. She is unstoppable in her journey. So this is definitely a card of moving forward, not being afraid to do what you need to do to be successful, right? Saint Bridget is challenging you to get certain things done in your life. It's funny that we have almost like an archangel that's calling you to act on something. And then we've got Saint Bridget that's come to essentially awaken something in you, right? To ignite some kind of fire. And then those two messages are balanced out with unexpected blessings, right? So it feels like, I think for some, there's an inability or an unwillingness to maybe potentially take a risk on something, do something out of the norm, possibly even shake up some kind of system, potentially invest in some important area. And what the angels are trying to tell you is, if you are able to do that, if you're able to take the necessary steps, no matter how slow, how fast, if you take the necessary steps as opposed to just standing there, you will experience unexpected blessings. And those blessings will come from a divine source. So, I think that a lot of you potentially are asking, well, how is that even possible? How can that happen, right? It's very difficult for what I want to happen. And so the fact that the angels are telling you that if you take action and unexpected blessings will happen, tells me that they want some action out of you, some direction, maybe some kind of decision making that takes place. But yeah, definitely. Let's go ahead and throw some tarot and see what the tarot has to share with us, shall we? Let's take a look. Alright, so I'm using the angel. This is a new deck, the Guardian Angel Messages. And I like it because it's got actual keywords on the tarot cards. Pretty cool. Alright, so what's the situation at hand that we need to address? Okay, what's the situation at hand that needs to be addressed? Look at that, my goodness. All right, what's the solution? What can be done, right? What can be done? Okay, and what is to be expected? What is to be expected if that is accomplished? Okay, wow. Group number one, the archangels were not kidding, right? There are definitely good things coming your way. And I hit it on the head just by reading the messages from the archangels. I mean, look at these first two cards. We'll start with the Ace of Air, right? And the keywords in the Ace of Air on this tarot card is inspiration, communication, adjustments, right? Now, this card came out in the what needs to be addressed. So something about your... So there's something going on with your inability to communicate, potentially. There's potentially, adjustments that need to be made in this area. And also, you might be having trouble finding inspiration, right? So the Ace of Air is here to tell you that this needs to be addressed. This needs to be in some ways corrected, because if not, then you will miss out on good opportunities. And that's not what the archangels, and that's not what Spirit want for you. So the next thing that needs to be addressed and talked about is the Two of Fire. And the Two of Fire is planning, partnering, and progress, right? So, it's funny because we saw in the very first card communication, right? And how that communication needs to in some ways be talked about, addressed, or, something needs to be expressed with this inspiration, communication, adjustments. Adjustments need to be made. Well, in what area? Well, adjustments need to be made in your planning, right? Planning ahead. Partnering, I think that maybe a lot of the people watching this, maybe you're introverted or you don't really want to work with anyone, or there's definitely something there with you partnering and working with people, collaborating. at the end of the day, that is what's going to bring you success. Partnering and building some kind of team, that will bring you an incredible amount of success, and then progress, right? That's what's promised at the end of this. If you're able to partner with someone that you trust, someone who maybe you're too hesitant to ask for help or assistance, or to pitch your business idea because you're not confident in that idea. Well, now is the time to pitch it. Now is the time to speak it. Now is the time to partner and collab, right? There's abundance out there for you, group number one. There's opportunities out there for you. So you have to communicate with the right people. You have to try and gain some kind of clarity. And believe it or not, even though you're hesitant to do that, the archangels are telling you that it's going to inspire you to move forward. I think that sometimes we don't move forward, we don't take that necessary step or leap because we feel that the mountain is too long or too big to climb, right? The path is too treacherous, so we just end up not actually taking the step forward that we need to take. But you are being told that if you plan accordingly, and if you find the right partners, and you're able to invest in those areas, you will have incremental progress. And that progress will turn into what? Well, 10 of earth and 6 of earth. Boom. There's money here, right? There's money here. Money is showing up for you. So this is definitely very good. Why is this so good? Well, 10 of earth. We've got here prosperity, security, tradition, right? This is what you are going to be gaining if you're able to do these things, to address these areas. That first key word there, right? Prosperity, my goodness. And the security that you are looking for, that's pretty interesting. Also, that tradition is another interesting key word, right? It's almost like if Spirit is telling you, hey, you need that tradition in your life. It's that continuity. It's that being able to look back and enjoy and talk about that area or that experience, right? It's starting on tradition. I think that this might be missing in your life, and this is an area that I think Spirit is telling you, look, you need this because it's going to fill you up. It's going to really increase you in many ways, right? Now, we already know that Archangel Perlemiak wants you to serve the nature kingdom. So how can you serve the nature kingdom? Well, we've got the 6 of earth here showing up, right? A lot of green here. And the 6 of earth tells me there's generosity, there's charity, and there is a windfall coming your way, right? So we already know that you're going to have unexpected blessings from Spirit. That's what Spirit wants to tell you. You're going to have unexpected blessings. You're going to have some kind of charity. This is what's going to come to you. You're going to see or experience a lot of generosity from the people around you. And at some point, there's going to be a windfall of money so that you can invest in what you need to invest in and potentially grow something that you've been wanting to grow. So a very interesting combination of cards, right? Talking about prosperity, talking about growth. There's a strong pull here towards business and also towards love. So it really depends on what is in your heart, what you hold most dear. Because we can definitely look at this and say, okay, we've got planning, partnering, and progress, right? So partnering, we can say, okay, there's definitely a sense of partnering up with someone, romantic relationship. But at the same time, we don't really have any cups here, right? We've got the Ace of Swords, this is the Ace of Air, the 2 of Wands with the 2 of Fire. We've got the 10 of Pentacles, which is the 10 of Earth, and then we've got the 6 of Earth, which is the 6 of Pentacles. So there aren't really a lot of cups here. I think that this message is mostly geared towards business, right? Business, career, finances. That is the area that Spirit has chosen to really highlight, to really give you an understanding of. But at the same time, for that small minority of you that are, what you hold most dear in your heart is love and partnerships, there's definitely a message here for that as well, right? It's important for you to start communicating better. Communication adjustments are necessary in order for you to start seeing that progress, right? So that is very interesting. Now, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to throw some mini cards. We're going to throw from the Forest Fae minis, and we're just going to see what further messages we get now from the Forest Faes. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. All right, so we've got a message from the Forest Fae, the gnome of mushrooms and buttons. Seek silliness and joy. They are wise teachers. I like that message, right? Seek silliness and joy. They are wise teachers. Beautiful message, yes. And then the second message comes from the Northwood Elf, or I'm sorry, the Northwood Fae. Take time for hibernation and healing. Interesting. Take time for hibernation and healing. I like that message, right? Seek silliness and joy. They are wise teachers. Take time for hibernation and healing. So we kind of see here a message that says the blessings are going to come to you, but you don't really have to worry too much about it. I think that if you do worry more than you need to, things are just going to end up becoming a bit too chaotic, when it comes to your mental health, emotional health. So, it's almost like if Spirit is now telling you, listen, calm down. There's nothing that you need to do right now. Absolutely, there's areas that need to be tackled, but this is going to come naturally to you. It's almost like these are things that now that you're aware, your mind is going to start adjusting. And as soon as you start seeing the opportunities that are going to present themselves to you, you're going to know, okay, I need to communicate a little more. I need to let them know exactly what I want. I need to plan ahead. I need to know that, if this person wants to collab with me, or if this person wants to work with me, maybe an investor or, an angel investor wants to partner up or whatever, then maybe there's something there, right? So there's definitely more coming your way, and I think Spirit wants you to be open to communicating, make those adjustments as quickly as possible, because if you do, you're going to have this windfall, right? Windfall of charity, generosity, prosperity, security, and you're going to be able to start a new tradition in your life that's going to be very prosperous for you and your family. Wow. So a very, very inviting reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. I want to thank you, seekers, for watching. Thank you. Don't forget, I am offering private readings at this time. If you are interested, you will have to go through my Etsy store. I will include the link in the description below for you, seekers. Thank you once again for your beautiful comments, for your donations, everything. You seekers are truly wonderful to me. I hope that you enjoyed this reading as much as I did. Thank you, and bye-bye. Welcome, group number 2, to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading titled A Message from Spirit to You, an important message from Spirit to you. Now, before we get started, I do want to remind you that I am offering private readings at this time. If you are interested, you will have to go through my Etsy store. I'm going to include the link in the description below. Looking forward to working with you, seekers. Let's go ahead and get started. So you picked the group that I would have picked, okay? Because anytime Gabriel comes up, that's who I pick, right? So this reading is for both of us, okay? This is our reading together. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what Spirit wants to share with us. So beautiful, beautiful Gabriel, the angel, the archangel of communication, right? Very beautiful. Let's go ahead and take a look. Here are just some random cards that I shuffled and just put down on the board right before I turn the camera on. These are from different archangel or angel oracle decks. And we're just going to see what the messages are. So we're going to start with this one. I believe this is from the Angel Quest Oracle. All right, we've got a message of clarity. Your angels are helping you to see the situation in a clearer way. All right. So, there's definitely something going on. There's a situation, right? And it feels like there needs to be some kind of clarity that the angels are trying to provide, because for some reason, maybe there's some doubt, or there's some uncertainty, or maybe there's just a lack of understanding of the whole thing, of why this is occurring. We do that many times. We ask sometimes Spirit, why is this happening to me, right? Why is this happening to me? And I think that the angels are here to answer that question for us, because this is my reading too. So your angels are helping you to see the situation in a clearer way. All right. Thank you, Spirit. So let's reveal card number 2. This is from the Archangel Oracle cards. Let's take a look. We've got Archangel Dorenka. And the message that this Archangel has for us is, own your psychic abilities. See through illusion. Wow. Boy, oh boy. So these two cards have just, they're connected with each other, right? Because it's pretty much the same message, right? That we're being asked by Spirit, by the archangels, to really own that psychic ability that we have, that ability to see further ahead, to understand the things that are hidden or unseen, right? And then there's something that needs to be seen, that we need to see through. We need to see through the illusions of the world, the illusions that maybe we tell ourselves, or there's definitely something that we must see our way through. My goodness, clarity. Your angels are helping you see the situation in a clearer way. Own your psychic ability, see through the illusion. It's like a 1-2 punch right here. All right, let's go ahead and reveal the third archangel. Let's take a look. Are you kidding me? Look at this. We've got Archangel Horus, which really isn't an archangel, more of a deity, but we have here Horus showing up, and he is trying to tell us to have a clear seeing. This is the blessing that this archangel is bringing to us. A clear sight, right? To have the intention, and for there to be some kind of new perspective. This is interesting. I mean, all three archangels are delivering the exact same message. This hardly ever happens. This is rare, okay? Rare. Goosebumps, people, goosebumps. Okay, so, your angels are helping you to see the situation in a clearer way. It's important for you to own your psychic ability so that you can see through any kind of illusions that are coming your way. And you will be able to obtain that. You're going to gain perspective. You're going to know what the intentions are. And you're going to be able to have a clear way of seeing. There's going to be a clear sight. So I think that there's a newfound psychic almost download that you're going to be receiving from a divine source. There's going to be some new revelation, some new understanding. Your eyes are going to be open so that you can see different things. And I think that maybe for some of you, there's things that have happened in your life that you are potentially second guessing, or you're asking, what's going on here? Why did this occur? And the archangels are telling you there was definitely something behind that. There was an intent behind that, right? We see it here, intention. There was an intent behind what happened, and we're going to provide you with the clarity. You're going to know soon enough exactly why that had to happen. Whatever the situation is, we're going to use the tarot to try and uncover it. But definitely, there's definitely here some new perspective that the archangels are trying to steer us towards. All right. Anyways, I'm a little shaken up by this. This is interesting, right? All three archangels from 3 different decks. That never happens. Anyways, well, it does happen actually more often than I'm saying it does. But whenever it does happen like this, is so interesting. We're gonna go ahead and throw some tarot. This is from the Guardian Angel Messages, and I like these cards because each card has a message attached to it. So, Spirit, what is the message? My oh my. We've got the Dreamer for card number 1. What is the message? What is the situation? We've got 5 of Earth, lack, worry, assistance. All right, what's coming? Okay. All right. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. This is interesting. This is interesting. Woo. Okay. Okay. All right. So you got the Dreamer, which is the Fool. And this is, by the way, I think one of the most beautiful Fools I've ever seen. So beautiful. And, we've got here a situation of beginning, believing, and feeling protected. And, you know, when I look at this card, the fact that it came up in what needs to be talked about or exposed, what's the situation, and it tells me that some of you maybe are hesitant to start something. And I think that the angels are pushing you forward in that direction. They're telling you, listen, you got to move forward because you're going to have success if you're able to just move and actually believe, right? Which is the second key word in this card, believing. Believing that you can make it happen. The Fool, it's a very interesting tarot card because in the Fool's world, everything is just calm, everything is just peaceful, everything is just filled with this ecstasy because everything is new, right? And whenever there's newness, there's opportunity, there's a sense of magic. And it's important for you to understand that you are protected no matter what happens to you, no matter how fearful you are or, how behind you are in your bills. You are protected. You will have some kind of influx whenever you need that influx in all areas of your life. So, it's important for you to possibly begin living. I think that maybe some of you just aren't moving forward in some area of your life, whether it be just having fun, whether it be going out with some friends, or whether it be starting a new career, or there's definitely an area of your life where you have not begun something, and you know that maybe you should be investing a little more time and energy into it, but there is a hesitation, and I think it's because maybe sometimes you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in your ability. You don't believe in your psychic abilities. And that's the thing. We have a lot of purple here, right? And that purple is just on one side of the board. And on this side of the board, we have two of the most magical, most, I would say, just glorious cards of the major arcanas, and it talks about almost a connection to a source, a connection to something truly divine. And when you have that connection, you kind of see the world in a different light. When you talk to people, you see a little further. And sometimes you think, okay, is it just me? Is it just maybe I'm going crazy, right? Or is it just that I'm judgmental, or maybe is it just that I have some kind of disbelief in whatever process or system? And really what you're being reminded here is that you have incredible psychic abilities. And I think that sometimes you lie to yourself and you tell yourself that you are wrong about something when something inside is telling you that you're right about that situation. Maybe you don't follow your internal compass as much as you should. So, Archangel Dorenka definitely is telling you to see through that illusion, the illusion of the mind, the darkness that is clouding you, and the darkness that essentially is ensnaring you, right? Because sometimes we just lie to ourselves. We know that we actually have clear sight and clear seeing, but we doubt it. And so, that clear sight kind of gets a little muddied. So clarity, right? Clarity through everything is what's being shown here, and this is very interesting, right? Your angels are helping you to see the situation in a clearer way. So, all right, let's move on to the next card. Lack, worry, and assistance. Look at that. So we were just talking about that, right? Beginning, believing, protected. So without even reading the key words, we can already see that there is this fear or the disbelief that you will not lack. There's a disbelief that you potentially will be okay. I think that maybe some of you are giving up on your dreams to chase the employment line, right? Maybe you've worked on something for some time, and then things just don't go as well as you thought, and you end up just maybe going and doing something that you really don't want to be doing. So I think that it comes from a lack, or it comes from a worried mindset. And this card is here to tell you that you're going to receive the assistance that you need right when you need it, right? So don't have a mentality of lack. Don't have an energy of worry. Have the understanding that there is a divine source that's going to provide you the assistance that you need if only you take the necessary steps forward to receive it. Okay, so that is a very interesting tarot card. And then we move to what is coming. This is more of the divination part of this reading. We have 2 cards. We've got the Lovers and the Knight of Water. My goodness. So, it's interesting because, we have here relationships, right? This is what's coming for you. A new relationship, emotions and choices. It feels like there's this union that's going to take place. So for some of you, this is marriage. For others, this is a new relationship, a new partner. The Lover's card is just very, very positive, very, 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 very beautiful, because we have here 2 people that love each other unconditionally, and then we have the most beautiful kind of love, right? We have the love of the divine, the love of spirit, just bringing this union together, or bringing these 2 people together into this union, and it feels like a blessing, right? This is a blessing. You are going to be showered with this blessing. There's a sense of romance. There's a sense of relationships. There's a sense of choices coming your way. I think that, for some of you, maybe you've been heartbroken in the past. Maybe that's why you were being told to look through a situation, to have a little more clarity as to why things are happening. For some of you, this is a relationship, right, that you've been in. Maybe this person ghosted you, they walked away, or maybe there was some kind of mistreatment. There was definitely something there that unfortunately resulted in some maybe hurt feelings. And, I think that has left you depleted to the point that you have this sense of worry and lack, and, believing that things are not going to be okay. So you're being asked to look through the situation and know that everything that has happened up to this point in your life has happened because there's some kind of reason behind it. There's some kind of newness that's going to take place, right? We see that newness in the dreamer, a beginning. So there's a new beginning. And what is that beginning? Well, we've got the Lovers, relationships, right? Emotions. And then we move on to the second card, which further cements the Lovers card, because we have here the Knight of Water. We have a person showing up here. And this person is promising romance, emotional, and we have a little drama here, right? Dramatic. But that drama, I think it's a little good, right? It's almost like this Knight of Water is not here to hurt in any kind of way, or to do anything that would jeopardize that beautiful lover's energy. I think that this Knight of Water is here to provide you with what you need, just the love that you need. The attention, right? The emotional fulfillment, right? So a very interesting combination of cards. You're being essentially told by Spirit not to worry, right? Don't worry. Don't feel like you're lacking in any way. Know that you are protected. The thing that they do want you to work on right now is your psychic ability. You do have an incredible eye to look further, to see things that are unseen, to understand topics that other people wouldn't. And the problem is that I think sometimes you try and explain yourself to people, and they just don't understand you, because how are they going to understand you? You are someone that sees further ahead. So I think that might be one of the reasons why you've had this fallen off with people. Maybe relationships are very difficult for you, right? It's almost like people just they're not drawn to you, or in some ways they just don't understand you, so they leave, right? And so you're being told that is going to shift pretty dynamically here with this relationship, with this emotional, this romantic person showing up. So you're being asked to not worry. I think that worry is the enemy right now. No need to worry at this time. So we're going to throw 2 mini cards from the Forest Fae, just for fun, okay? Just for fun. Let's see what the Forest Faes have to say about this situation. What advice do they have for you, for us? Okay, here we are. The first message reads, Walker on the wind, the raven shows the way. Be courageous, change and wait, I'm sorry. Change and chance can bring exciting wonders. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Interesting. So let's go ahead and read the second one. We have a strange journey here. Take control of your quest. Choose your companions wisely. Wow. So we have some advice cards here, right? Some quick little advice from Spirit to you. The raven shows the way. Be courageous. Change and chance can bring exciting wonders. Again, change, beginnings, newness. Move forward in some kind of new path. And it will bring the exciting change that you've been wanting. But you are being also told to take control of your quest, right? Choose your companions wisely. So for some of you, this psychic ability and this clarity and this seeing clearly in a situation and gaining perspective, it could be about a person, right? It could be about someone who might be hurting us and we don't even know it, or we can't really see it or identify it, but they're there and they are a force of chaos in our lives. Moving the pieces to make sure that we don't get ahead. So really, hone in on that, right? Make sure that you are keeping good company with you. Take control of your quest. It's important for you to do this, because if you don't, then, this person might just keep bringing you or keeping you in this kind of energy of lack or worry. I get the feeling that maybe you are around some negative forces. And when I say negative forces, I mean, they're just negative people, right? So they bring you down. They kind of put you in the same mindset as them, when you really shouldn't, right? There should be a lot of positivity coming out of you. There should be an incredible amount of magic that you're tapping into, because you are in many ways a psychic. That's what the cards are telling you, right? So you do have psychic abilities. Make sure that you're listening to your intuition more. Make sure that you are tuning into what your internal compass is telling you, because this is what needs to happen in order for you to gain the ultimate clarity, right? All right, so that is what I see here. Thank you guys for watching. I just want to remind you that I am offering private readings at this time. So if you're interested, you will have to go through my Etsy store. That's the only place that you can place a reading with me, Etsy. I'm going to include the link in the description below. Again, I want to thank you guys for your donations, for your love, your words, your comments. Thank you so much. Looking forward to hearing from you once again. Make sure you leave a comment down below so I can say hi. Thank you, and bye-bye. Welcome, group number 3, to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading titled An Important Message to You from Spirit. Now, before we get started, I do want to remind you that I am offering private readings at this time. If you're interested in a private reading with me, you will have to go through my Etsy store. The link is going to be in the description below. All right, so let's get started. In front of you, you have 3 oracle cards. These are from 3 angel decks, archangel decks, the themed archangel decks. And by the way, you picked a very beautiful archangel in Vehuya. Right, a very beautiful archangel. Love these cards. So number 14, interesting. Let's reveal the second archangel. Let's see what message we have here from them to you. This is from the Angel Quest Oracle. We've got, oh my, enjoy the journey. The angels are inviting you to embrace adventure. Yes, I love that message, okay? Anytime I'm being told to embrace adventure, I like it. So, this card is very powerful in many ways. I think that it speaks to the person who maybe is just indoors way too much, or someone who maybe is fearful of the dangers in the world, so they kind of avoid having fun or going out and doing the things that potentially in some ways they want to do, right? So you're being asked to take a journey, right, and enjoy the journey. The angels are inviting you to embrace adventure. All right. Interesting first card. Let's go ahead and reveal the second archangel card. This is from the Archangel Oracle cards by Diana Cooper. And we have here Archangel Christine telling you to accept the Christ light, act with wisdom and loving compassion. Love that, right? My goodness, I mean, the message I think is pretty clear. You're being asked to be an agent of the light, not the dark. You're being asked to try and bring that same light to other people's lives, right? When you see someone, don't put them down. When you are seeing that there's trouble, when you're seeing that maybe someone is just, going through something, don't be the person that comes and drives them further down. Try and be the person that brings them out of that dark place. There's definitely something to be said about that kind of energy if only you would accept it and do it. All right, so let's see what the final archangel is here to tell you. We've got Mother Mary, not an archangel, but Mother Mary showing up here. This is, I guess, the trendy and popular Mother Mary. This is a card of faith, the purity of heart, and conception. You know what's interesting? You've got Mother Mary showing up here, and then you've got Archangel Christine talking about the Christ-like. My goodness, right? Christ-like. So, for those of you that have children, this is definitely a very powerful reading for you. You're being asked to have faith in whatever process is taking place. You're being asked to enjoy the journey of what is about to unfold in your life, okay? So this is, I feel, for those people that are watching that have children, or maybe you're pregnant, or thinking of getting pregnant. We do have this card here, right? Conception. So, I feel like there's this sense of being someone who uplifts people. You're being possibly a mother. For a lot of you, this might be coming, right? This might be very close. And it's like you're being, in some ways, the angels are telling you that even though your life may not feel like an adventure, and maybe you are feeling like things are, restricted, or maybe you feel like there's something missing, the angels are essentially telling you that there's going to be some kind of new journey and a new way of being that's going to bring you a lot of excitement, a lot of joy, a lot of prosperity. Now, there is an action that they require of you, okay? So Spirit is not just telling you, we're just going to give you this, right? You are being asked to act with wisdom and a loving compassion, and that's very difficult to do, right? Very difficult to do, but there's a sense of expanding your energy by doing this, potentially even fulfilling some kind of purpose that's going to take you to that next step in your life. So very, very interesting to behold, right? And it's important to note purity of heart, right? Purity of heart, a message here as well. Act with wisdom and loving compassion, purity of heart. There's definitely something to be said about that, right? About the innocence of the people, the innocence of the youth, the innocence of the ones that you are working with, potentially the innocence of just, we'll say humanity, right? Anyone that you interact with. But I'm getting this, like, for some reason, I'm getting like a very childlike kind of energy here. My goodness, it's overwhelming. All right, let's throw some tarot. Let's go ahead and throw some tarot. This is from the Guardian Angel Tarot. Let's see what the Guardian Angel Tarot wants to provide us with. This little reading is going to help us figure out exactly why you need to accept that Christ light, why you are being asked to enjoy the journey, and exactly what is coming for you. So let's see. What is the situation in hand? Wow. And you got a teenager, okay? Again, very youthful energy. This isn't for everyone. This is for some of you, but now you've got a teenager, and I was picking up on this youthful energy. So this is very interesting. I don't know, maybe you yourself are a teenager, or for those of you that are mothers and fathers, there's definitely something to be said about your children. But I feel like there's something, and there's also another message for those of you that had some kind of negative experience when you were a teenager. Just know that there's going to be some kind of recuperation from that. There's going to be something that you're going to gain from that. And, it's like, I think that maybe some of you were hurt when you were younger, maybe by a mother figure, maybe by someone who raised you and didn't treat you right. And it's like now it's hard to kind of shake it off because you are acting like that person. You're communicating and interacting with the world, how that person that treated you bad interacted and communicated with the world. And so it's important for you to understand exactly just how much of that person's influence you are putting out, right? Which is why the Archangel Christine is here to tell you to accept the Christ light. The Christ light comes to take away all darkness, all pervasive kind of energy, any kind of energy that would keep you in a place of stasis. Act with the wisdom and the loving compassion that Christ is here to offer you, right? So it's very interesting, right? I like the Christ archetype because it talks about sacrifice, right? It talks about giving up your very life for love. There is nothing more powerful than that energy, giving up your life for love. There's true magic there. If only we can see that magic, if only we can understand it and have the faith that it's there. All right, so anyways, the situation is meditation, recuperation, contemplation, right? So I think that maybe the message stretches to the point where you're contemplating something and potentially you've gotten to a place where there's a sense of just mental anguish. Maybe you're torturing yourself to some degree. Maybe this is bringing on some kind of anxiety. I feel like you're being told by Spirit that whatever this energy of you just not feeling at peace is going to rob you of your talents, rob you of your recognition. So in order for you to be able to fully grab what is yours, you have to have an energy of serenity. You have to have an energy of calmness and mental clarity, right? So, you are being asked to potentially maybe meditate, right? Meditation is a key word that showed up in the Four of Air, so meditation might help in some way. Also, we see here what you might lose if you can't bring yourself to just have that mental break, right? We have here talents. We have the card of recognitions and collaboration. I think that some of you are missing this. Maybe there is a need or a desire or potentially a necessity, right? And this necessity means that in order for you to be able to manifest what you truly want, you're going to have to collaborate with someone. You're going to have to collaborate with a team. Also, in some ways, you are being told that you are going to be recognized for some kind of talent of yours. But I think that for some of you, maybe it's become an obsession. You want the recognition. You want for people to know that you are the best, that you are doing it, that you are, in charge. For some of you, not all. Take what resonates, again, leave the rest. But, you are told that in order for you to truly be able to have the success that you want, you have to collaborate. You have to be able to just enjoy what's being given to you now, even though it's not where you're going to be, 5 or 10 years down the line. All right, so let's see what is coming. The next two cards are more of it's more of a divination reading. We're going to see exactly what is coming towards you very soon. Spirit, help us out here. Wow, the Knight of Water has been showing up. The Knight of Water has been showing up. Okay, so interesting. If you were drawn to group number 2, Archangel Gabriel, I recommend that you watch it because the Knight of Water came out in the same position, in a future position. So your future is closely tied with group number 2. So anyways, we've got the Knight of Water. This is what's coming for you very soon. You have romance, you have emotional, you have dramatic. So, interesting combination of keywords, right? The Knight of Water in some ways brings a little drama because he's all about those strong emotions. But at the same time, there's a sense of romance, right? Romance. And that romance is coming into your life. It's interesting that we have the energy of of children. Remember at the beginning, I kept telling you I see children, and then you got a teenager. There was this overwhelming energy. We have Mother Mary, and we've got Christ energy, right? So my goodness, I just saw this relationship between a mother and a child, and it's overwhelming. It's in this entire reading, and now you've got someone showing up here. This is a person that's coming to your life, talking about romance and love, and so potentially, I think you might potentially be very soon raising children. Okay, that's for some of you, not for all, but I do feel that there is romance coming. There's this mother-child energy that's so overwhelming in this reading, and there's also a sense of success and victory that's going to come to you. So we see here that the Six of Fire, you essentially holding up what is the wand of victory, right? So this is a sense of the recognition that you've wanted. Well, you're going to receive it. So we have here, this card also has the keyword recognition in it, and it came up in a position where it was more of a lack, right? It came out in a when I asked if there was a situation that needs to be addressed, if there's something that might be lacking. Well, the recognition was lacking, and now here in a future position, we have that same recognition showing up, but we have the success of that recognition. We have you actually being recognized, and what that's going to do is that's going to really just put a spark under you. Six of Fire is the card of victory in every sense of the word, and that victory isn't just going to make you complacent. No, that victory is going to move you forward to a completely new space. So what I see here as far as advice from the tarot cards is to focus potentially on collaborating, focus on your own talent and artistic nature, whatever it is that you're good at. Make sure that you're focusing on that and doing that. Do it with a pure heart in every way. Always don't forget that there is always someone that's watching you. There's a spirit that is watching you. Spirit is always with you, which is why Mother Mary comes with the message here of faith, right? That's another key word there, faith. And you are being asked to act with wisdom and a loving compassion and enjoy the journey. The angels are inviting you to embrace the adventure that is coming your way. That adventure is going to bring in success, recognition, and that's going to do wonders for your self-esteem. And once that happens, you're just going to move forward even more. Now, it's funny, you have this romantic partner showing up here, so it could very well mean that this romance really just helps that self-esteem, right? And in some ways, it completes you. I feel like this person is here to complete something in you. It's very interesting. So let's throw some more oracle cards. We're going to throw 2 more oracle cards from the minis, the Forest Fame mini cards. Let's take a look. We're going to get some direct advice from Spirit. All right, we've got here a message. Away we fly. Take the cloud roads. Delight in your imagination. I like this card. You're being asked to take that journey, right? But the journey starts in the mind, right? Allow yourself to go to a place, to a destination. Allow yourself to fly freely in that destination. And maybe potentially very soon, that will become true for you. So make sure that you are enjoying yourself as much as possible, but it all starts in the mind and your thoughts. All right, we're going to throw one more. Let's throw one more. We've got here the trophy, okay? The trophy says to you, follow the secret signs, as treasures can be found where you least expect them. Yes, I love that. Spirit is telling you that you're going to start seeing synchronicities. You're going to start seeing a path shown. I think that that's the area where a lot of these readings, they get a little, I guess in some ways the message gets a bit inconsistent, right? Because there's always this energy of, okay, yes, newness, adventure, and that's the underlying message with your reading. But at the same time, how am I going to know what to do? What path am I to follow? what would be most advantageous for me at this time. And so it almost feels like there's a sense of purpose here with this talent, with this recognition, with this collaboration coming your way, with this fire that's going to be lit, that success, that romance, right? So it almost feels like you're being told to be still and pick up on the signs, right? Spirit is going to start opening a path, making the path available to you to travel in, and just make sure that you are simply following through on it, right? If the opportunity shows up to go somewhere and there's nothing holding you back, there's no reason for you to not to go to that place and have the fun that you know you're going to have, right? If you get offered a job that pays maybe more, you might get that recognition in that job. Or, there's definitely a lot of different things that might happen for you. Just make sure that you are tuning in with yourself. Make sure that you are following the signs that Spirit lays out for you, and then you're following through on it. Now, I just want to close this reading by reminding you of one thing. I think that Spirit is telling you that it's going to be impossible to show you the path if you don't start acting with a more purity of heart in everything that you do and how you interact with people in the world and the youth. Make the decision right now to accept that Christ light, that energy of I love you and I would die for you. I love you no matter what. I love you, no, there's no condition, there's no limit, right? Start walking in that revelation of I love you. For some reason, it's weird for people to even say it, right? And I think our culture and Hollywood has just made it even more weird, right? The sense of love, having love for everyone and everything. So I think that's the message here. That love is going to be able to bring that connection, the connection between you and Spirit, so that you can see all the synchronicities, you can see the path laid out in front of you, and you can move forward in that direction. All right, so that is what I see here, group number 3. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Quick reminder, I am offering private readings at this time. So if you are interested in a private reading, you will have to go through my Etsy store. The link is going to be in the description below. I'm looking forward to working with you. And then lastly, just want to thank you all for your donations. I want to thank you for your beautiful words of encouragement. Don't forget to comment down below. If you're new to the channel, I want to say hi. So comment down below and I will write back. Thank you all once again, and bye-bye.